Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Wednesday, the 19th of November, 2025. We're going to start, as usual, with the synoptic. Looking yesterday, or big about midnight last night. This low pressure here just in the North Sea, bringing with it some occlusions here and some trailing cold fronts as a result of that. We run that through to midday today. That's mostly past that occlusion moving through. And that's what's giving us quite a lot of rain and low cloud at the moment. The tail end of that should pass sometime mid-morning and leave some slightly clearer air behind. Some features still on the chart there, but nothing of great significance. We should have a fairly low cloud base throughout much of the day, but we'll still have a very strong northwesterly wind. Looking forward, we've got this high pressure out to the west here that's working its way towards us, and a low pressure down towards the south there. If we run that through, just looking for the next few days, see that high pressure is sort of just staying in that position there, not making much progress, and we're still getting some unsettled activity. However, it's definitely an improvement of what we've seen, and it should hold off much of that poor weather until we can see this frontal system arriving on Saturday in the morning there. But today, however, looking at the sat pic for today up to 8:10 this morning, lots of cloud here, a bit of a clearance behind to the sort of northeast or big part northwest, but still fairly thick cloud there. And you can look here at the rain radar. Tells a picture story really. A brief gap and then another band coming through, but then clear behind, nothing that's going to cause us any issue really, more or less tracking in from the northwest. And if we look at the prediction here from the Met Office, you can see that shows it clearing our area by about 10:30 this morning. Running through for the rest of the day, nothing behind. A lot of showery activity to the north, but nothing that's going to be a problem for us. Excuse me. The odium TAF, quite a lot to read there, but in essence, not very good. You can see 3 to 0 degrees, 15 gusting, 26, so pretty fairly strong gusty wind from the north today. Broken at 1,000 feet, and this morning 6,000 meter vis, rain and showers, and a prop 30 of snow showers between 9 and 10 this morning, scattered at 500 feet, becoming scattered at 2,500 feet between 10 and 1 o'clock, and then scattered at 2,000 between 10 and 3. So generally a bit of a deterioration, but an improvement in cloud base from what we have at the moment, and then a slight reduction again later into the evening. Farnborough, on the other hand, they are showing fairly similar, to be fair. 330 degrees, 10 knots, a little bit greater than 10, scattered at 3,000 feet. It's a slight improvement there, not quite as gusty at that stage, but later into the afternoon, you can see down here, once again, 16 gusting, 28 knots there from the north. Much the same in terms of cloud, broken at 900 feet, becoming snow showers broken at 400 feet, and then hopefully rising afterwards. Winds at height, almost straight northerly to the south of us at 30 knots, from 1,000 up to 5,000 feet. And to the north of us there, northwesterly, 25 and 30 knots. So fairly brisk, quite considerable wind gradient. And you can see here the surface wind, more or less straight across the airfield there from the northwest. Local Met Office forecast here showing us those speeds 16 knots, gusting up to sort of just in excess of 30. So that's something that's going to probably affect us today after that clearance comes. And temperature-wise, we can see here GFS showing as warmest part of the day, about 3 degrees. Going to feel a lot colder than that with the northerly wind. So it's very much a day to wrap up. And then we can see a dew point of 1 degree. And at the moment, we're at 3 degrees locally with a dew point of 1.2. You can see yesterday's warmest was about 6.5 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Here's the webcam on this outside to the west. You can see evidence of that northwesterly wind and low cloud and rain. It's going to continue for the next couple of hours at least. And if we look at the sky side cross section here, not really recognizing any of the rain or snow showers that are predicted, but certainly showing low cloud up until about 11:30, at which point it opens up slightly, and there might be a window, but I think the wind is what's going to prohibit us today. Cloud on top meteor here, showing 9 o'clock local now, lots of low-level cloud. You see opening up behind it later on, with being fairly clear up ahead into the afternoon and early evening. No Thames, a lot of the Lark Hill danger areas are active there, but based on the forecast and what we've been doing, there's nothing to affect us today. And we will move on now to the local brief. We've got one K-21 booked flying, one on the casual list, and the K-13 for trial lessons if required. There were three on the casual list with one instructor, and plenty of single-seater availability. I think more importantly today, the simulator is available as normal, so if you do have any students turn up, to make use of that. Nothing to report today from 2XL, and a reminder about SPL rules. In summary, we have low pressure to the east with a series of occlusions over the UK, or an occlusion and a series of troughs. High pressure is approaching from the west, bringing some more settled conditions in the coming days, certainly to the weekend. And we've got rain to begin, clearing with a low cloud base into the afternoon. Strong, gusty north-northwesterly flow all day. And I think that's what's going to prohibit us later on this afternoon. We are in winter ops now, so we'll be looking to run runway 27. The wind is down at 3-4, but I suspect it's going to be too soggy down that end of the airfield. So we can monitor, we can investigate that, but with runway 27, it's possible that we will be outside of the crosswind limit at times. If we do fly, of course, do not land or taxi across the disused runways shown there in red. And there's the winter setup for you with winching from the runway itself. And airtime from the north side, and it would be cables on the south today. And then it would be launch my vehicle in its normal position with a brisk northerly wind. That's all for me this morning. We'll see you in the clubhouse shortly and discuss the plans. If we do fly, it's a good day and keep us safe. Thank you.